Hello everybody and welcome to the Binding of Isaac episode 17. Today we're going to play as Cain. Mix things up a little bit. Let me check my recording. Looks like we're all good. So, Cain has 1 less health than Isaac, does 20% more damage, starts with a luck foot, and the luck foot makes it so you win much more frequently on arcades, and you also only get neutral or good pills. No more bad pills. No speed down, no tears down, nothing like that. No health down. You can still find neutral pills though, like telepills or bad trip, which can be bad under certain situations. Yeah though, it's a pretty fun character. It's my second favorite character, I think. Isaac being the first, because that D6 is lovely. Now, Cain does not start with the spacebar item, so we are going to take Bob's Rotten Head. It's a throwable bomb. I believe it recharges in 3 rooms, but that may be wrong. But it should be good. I believe it may do poison damage as well. That's only really relevant against bosses, but I guess we're going to find out fairly soon. We also have Curse of Darkness here. Not too bad because it's the first floor. I do want to take that Soul Heart. I just want to make sure there's no curse room around. Okay, there's the item room, and there is no curse room, so I can pick that up without hesitation. Better to try and not waste those soul hearts when possible, because they are rarer than red hearts, so I would rather take that damage on my red hearts than soul hearts. So skeleton key here, quite a strong item, gives us 99 keys. Getting it really early like this is great. There's no reason not to go into the shop, I guess, but you know, we can't really buy anything. I'd love to get the compass, but the odds of us getting that money is quite low, even if we could find the secret room, which is probably right here. Yeah, 6 cents. It's just close-ish, but not quite there, so we're probably gonna have to pass up on the compass, which is a shame. But I can't complain about this run too much. Things have gotten off to a good start. Skeleton key is a great item to start off with. If I can get a good throw here, it'll do a ton of damage. Okay, yeah. I ended up wasting my soul heart, but I did kill Pan in 1 shot. So, wire coat hanger. This is more tears. Oh, and also Cain has much less range than Isaac, so that's something we are going to want to remedy. Yeah, so Bob's Rotten Head is not too bad of an item. And I should go ahead and check the shop. Again, no reason not to, really. I can use Bob's Rotten Head to be offensive against bosses, but I can also use it to break into areas like this one. Basically use it as a bomb. That's just a little bit more adaptable. And I believe it may do poison damage. So this is probably worth it if I get another charge or another bomb. Either way, I'm going to check out the shop, see what's going on. Compass appears again. Interesting. I believe they are in the shop twice, so if you don't pick it up, you can find it again. So we actually have a chance to get that back, which is great because the compass is a fantastic item. Yeah, we're just gonna have to luck out here and get 8 cents somehow. Just not the hardest thing ever. Eternal Heart here will give us another heart container if we bring it down to the next floor. I don't want to pick it up just yet though. What I do want to do is get into this. I suspect that is worth it. Not really. I mean, the bombs are nice. We'll probably find the secret room. It's probably right below us here, but I don't know that for certain. I'm fairly confident in it now, though. So, okay. Let's kill these gentlemen. I never remember what they're called. You need to try and not die. Relic is a great item. Gives us a spirit heart every 4 rooms. Again, another item, the earlier you get it, the better it is. So, I'm getting a lot of that going on here in this run, which I love to see. Still need a bit of damage, need a bit of range, but everything else is going pretty well. We even have a health up waiting for us, just gotta remember to pick it up. Let's double check and make sure this is the secret room. I'd really love to see 8 cents in there. It's not the secret room. It's probably not too many more spots it'll be though, so we may still be able to find it. I would prefer to use Bob's Rotten Head if we get another charge on it. I would prefer to use it against the boss, if possible. I did get a scent out of that bitter. And another cent there. So 6 cents now. Alright. There's a tinted rock right here along with a cursed room, which is a little scary. I'm gonna open this up. Hope for some spirit hearts. Okay, small rock and spirit hearts. Okay, very good. Small rock gives us a speed down. Not a big deal because I believe Kane's base speed is higher than Isaac's. Gives you damage up and tears up. Small rock also doesn't have an aesthetic effect, so we are above 5.5 damage per tier now, which is pretty cool. There's a couple different places the secret room could be, which scares me slightly. I'm gonna go ahead and do the boss, I think. See if I actually need to use... Yeah, you know, I don't. It would speed the fight up, but the fight is going quite quickly anyways. We're doing very good damage, so I'm gonna save this to try and find that secret room. Because the secret room is #1 priority to me right now. Because if it has 6 cents, we could definitely go to the... we would definitely pick up the compass, because the compass is a great item. Another Eternal Heart, not super useful. Got the crate though, which is fairly useful. It means we will probably be able to find... Okay, range up, very welcomed. I'm very happy with how this this went. Wow, the sun as well. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this health up. If I just grab both Eternal Hearts, it'll turn into a heart container immediately. The Sun card acts as a combination of the world, which reveals the entire map. The Death card, which does damage to everything in the room, quite a bit of damage in fact. And a full health pill, so it's quite a great item. So yeah, we're probably gonna find it. I'm not sure if it could be down there, but it can be, so. And more than 6 cents. I'm very happy with how that went. 10 cents in fact, which is great. I'm extremely pleased with how all of that went down. I have no complaints about this floor. Everything is going very, very well right now. And I'm gonna pick up that soul heart, I think. Tempting to pick up the pill though, because I don't know what it is, and it can't be bad, as I said. Glad I didn't accidentally use the sun card. It's health up. Very glad I made that decision. Maybe not the best decision, but turned out to be a good one. I mean, a health up pill is more valuable than a single soul heart in this case, but at the same time, it's a little bit risky. Not too risky because I am Kane after all. And we're gonna do this just because. Okay, potentially well worth it. Tears up, certainly well worth it. Range up. All right. So I really can't complain about anything right now. Our range is at least at base now. We have very fast tiers. We have good damage on our tiers. We have some survivability in the form of 2 health ups and the relic. We have a lot of utility going on right now with the compass and the skeleton key. Bob's Rotten Head, you know, has done us some good stuff. So I didn't get to use it on the last floor. I mean, I could have, but I decided not to, just in case, basically. So I want to be careful here. A real danger on this room is actually the Eternal Flies, in my opinion, anyways. Yeah, there we go. Check out this card, Lover's card. Go ahead and get back to full health, which you might as well do. This will be the last shop that is guaranteed to not have greed, so if we can get that, that would be good. Monstrous Tooth is a spacebar item. Summons a Monstro. You know, I kind of prefer to have Bob's Rotten Head. I mean, it's not like a huge difference, I guess, but Bob's Rotten Head, I think, has a little bit more utility overall. So let us, okay, if I use Bob's Rotten Head here, it could do a ton of damage, and I can just kind of hold it, let it wait. Yeah, okay, got through half of the fight instantly, so that was well worth it, I would say. Well, taking damage there was not necessary. This is a little bit, this is probably the trickiest hollow layout, but one of the easiest hollows, so I guess, you know, a little 50-50 on the luck there. I'm glad it's not the bomb hollow, because that shit is annoying. So, you know, Devil Room, Coin Purse. Okay, got a nice variety of pills here. Don't want to take an unID'd pill just yet in case it's hell pills. I don't want to lose this Devil Room, so I do want to see if one of these is health up though. Tears up, okay. And again, another unID'd pill. I do want to take both of those, but again, if it's hell pills, I don't want to lose this shot at it deal with the devil. two very good items in here. Guppy's Paw is fantastic. Very tempting. It's very tempting to just, sorry about the pause there, but it's very tempting to just take Guppy's Paw, leave Bob's Rotten Head behind. I think I will do that actually. Don't want to take the mark though, because that would devalue Guppy's Paw. When I use Guppy's Paw, it will give me 3 spirit hearts, but eat one of my heart containers, which is especially cool because we have health up in the rotation, so potentially good stuff could happen there. Balls of Steel, very welcome, along with the Pretty Fly. So we have some very good pills in the rotation. I think we're at max tier right here, or certainly very close. The only way we could realistically get faster is to pick up the Cancer Trinket. And by the way, this Mom's Pearl Trinket doubles our chance of finding soul hearts. That's pretty cool. Alright, I'm very pleased with this run. Bum Friend will pick up coins and give us consumables. It's something, but I don't necessarily want it. The mark would have given us some damage and some speed and a spirit heart. May have been a couple other things as well. Don't remember exactly. But again, it would have came at the cost of 6 soul hearts, or 5 if you want to count in the one it gave us anyways. Which probably makes sense to do. Alright. Again, Relic. If I can avoid taking damage, which I haven't necessarily done a great job at, but if I could avoid taking damage, we could get a nice stable spirit hearts here, or soul hearts, whatever you want to call them, and then potentially turn all of these heart containers into soul hearts as well. Get that polar invincibility going. With pretty good damage, could be higher. I'm not gonna say it couldn't be. It's fairly good. Small chance of turning into Guppy this run. No particular reason we couldn't just yet. Chariot card, pretty cool. Gives us contact damage and vulnerability. And we can't fire tears for 7 seconds. So it's pretty good. I'm just gonna wait for these guys to glide into the center here because I'm a little bit scared. I don't want to move really. This room is kind of obnoxious if you can't fly. And the odds of me being able to fly at this point in the game is not particularly high, so it's really just kind of obnoxious. Alright, well, we're just gonna take some damage. Try to get this shit done. Okay, taking half a heart on this room. You know, I didn't feel like waiting there all day, even though that would have technically been the best play. It's not fun, so you know. What's going on in here? Unicorn Horn basically gives you the chariot card effect every 6 rooms. It's pretty awesome, or maybe 5, I don't know. It's pretty awesome if you have Mom's knife, but we don't, so it's not that great. It can be used for a couple things, but I prefer to have Guppy's Paw in this situation. And so yeah, let's move on. We are gonna get to Curse the Lost here, gonna give us an additional 4 rooms. So not too bad. Come on. The range on this shot. Tower will summon a bunch of troll bombs. Don't really care for it. I definitely want to try and go to every curse room I come across on the off chance we can get some more Guppy items going on. Guppy's tail right now would actually be pretty cool. I need to stop taking damage. Guppy's tail right now would be pretty cool because we have enough keys that all the extra golden chests would be very, very useful. Okay, and then here we find pills. Tears up, probably not going to be super useful. Range up, still useful though. We're not at max range yet. Probably getting fairly close. Yeah, we're almost there. You can almost do the horizontal clearance, which, you know, pretty close to max range. Some arguments to be made that it's not quite max range because homing and homing can change things a little bit, but it's close enough. Don't really care about key efficiency. Probably should care a little bit. I don't think bombs are keys in the rotation though, so you know. Oh, Guppy's Paw does not need full hearts to turn it just needs containers. So if you take a little bit of damage and you get down to half a heart, you can pop Guppy's Paw in an emergency and you're good to go. Which we may end up having to do here because I'm not playing very well. Unfortunately, since part of my strategy was to accumulate some spirit hearts, we're not really doing a great job at that. I want to get to the shop here. Okay. Alright. And spirit heart. Just welcome. Down we go. Is this even the way to the shop? I'm not sure. It's a little bit hard to tell. On this floor, by the way, greed cannot be in the secret rooms, so just a straight 50-50 shot that he will be in the shop if there are no other mini bosses on the floor, which we don't really know at this point, so you know. Hosts, just don't shoot at them and they'll pop up much faster. I'm actually not completely sure if they pop up at all if you don't do that, so wow, that was a lot of bombs. Well worth a single bomb to get into that, I would say. We still want to try and find that secret room. Could be here. Certainly could be. And it is. Alright, nice amount of money. Not quite enough to make the shop super appealing, but we do have enough keys that I want to check out the shop anyways. And if greed is in there, then he will give me enough money to make it so we definitely can go to the next shop, and he won't be in that shop guaranteed, so it's not the worst thing if he is in it. Okay. Globins can be a little scary, but we're not particularly slow, so it's not a big deal. Alright, so greed should not be huge asshole, since we have pretty good range, pretty good damage. Just gotta try and avoid those shots. Don't have all three of my orbitals yet, so I can't really just stand there and try and tank them. Alright, so decent amount of money made. Certainly gonna go to the next shop. No reason not to, really. And onward to the treasure room and boss room. Hopefully we get something good. All stats up would be nice, honestly. Love that. Okay, this room is a little bit scary. Because you actually have to dodge. You can't just stand still. Alright, soul heart. Cool. Any room where we can avoid taking damage entirely is essentially an extra 1/4 of a spirit heart. So that's nice. Okay. Just a little nervous. Haven't found any more health up pills, which isn't necessarily surprising, but perhaps a little bit disappointing. We don't like have any, you know, pill drop rate increases or anything to that effect, so it's not a humongous surprise or anything. We're definitely going to go to that in golden chest because it's only going to cost us a bomb essentially, because keys are basically a non-important cost. Having to spend a key basically counts for nothing. So Judas's tongue makes it so all devil deals just cost 1 heart instead of 2. Don't. So Ipecac, here's what Ipecac will give us. Something like Dr. Fetus, but you get an arc on your bombs. Throw them up basically. It's interesting, but I don't necessarily want it. I feel like our tiers are quite good, and it can be problematic at times. It's not quite as easy to use as something like an Epic Fetus, and I'm enjoying our tiers as is, so I mean, maybe I should take it, but I'm probably not going to. I want to take Judas's tongue just for this next boss in case we do get a deal with the devil. I want to make sure that just costs me 1 heart instead of 2, whatever it is. So a little Chad here. Gonna give us little Chad, or he's just big Chad, I guess, and he's gonna give us little Chad. Little Chad will give us some hearts every couple of rooms, pretty much very similar to the relic. Gives half hearts, not full hearts. It's a fairly important distinction, I would say. Can feed him bombs, which is not a bad idea. It does a pretty solid amount of damage. We have a decent amount of bombs, though. Taking that damage, pretty bad. Haven't taken any red heart damage yet, so our chance to get a devil room has not been too negatively impacted. It is being negatively impacted because we have gotten a devil room fairly recently. So yeah, we didn't get one, unfortunately. Now we have to make the decision if we want to have potentially half-price devil rooms, or 10% more soul hearts. I'm gonna just go with Judas' tongue for now. I don't know if that's the best decision or not, but it's the one I'm gonna go with. I want to make my way towards the item room first. Kind of glad to see we didn't get Cursed Labyrinth. Kind of disappointed to see we got Necropolis. Necropolis is always a little bit scary, especially when you can't fly. But we are in a fairly good position, I would say, so it's not necessarily the end of the world. Our health looks a lot lower than it actually is. Keep in mind, I can turn those containers into soul hearts if shit gets bad. I want to grab this, not sure what it is. Tears up. Probably not worth the risk to come in here because I'm pretty much certainly maxed on tears. Certainly not worth a soul heart. I mean, tears up would normally be worth a soul heart, sure, but we're almost certainly maxed on hearts, so it's not really that appealing. Not that I'm complaining. I mean, I love the amount of tears up we've gotten, but I don't really need more. So let's do this. Not worth it at all, really, but you know, that happens. Risk you take when you decide to open a normal chest in a challenge room. Babies, I think pretty much gonna be the hardest part about this. Yeah, hoppers. I always thought these hoppers were a little bit misplaced personally, because hoppers are certainly not a Necropolis mob at all. Knights though, knights are appropriate, I would say, for sure. Taking that damage, not ideal. We are in a decent place as far as survivability goes. Little Chad, probably not going to be too useful throughout the game because we are eventually going to want to turn these heart containers into soul hearts. But until that point, he could definitely be useful, since I'm doing a really bad job at actually accumulating soul hearts. Kind of just spend them as soon as I get them, which is not ideal per se. But you know, it happens. Can't go back in time and fix it now. So we gonna head to this item room because it's right here. I don't like this room too terribly much, but it shouldn't be impossible as long as I'm a little bit aware of what's going on. Okay, careful. Mostly you gotta watch out for those guys on the side. Sack of pennies. It's a little bit late. It's not a great item anyways, but it's certainly not going to be that great now because we're just so late in the game. Sack of pennies will give us a coin every now and then. It's not too bad, but it's another one of those items that gets better the sooner you find it, and we found it fairly late. We're not really going to find that many more shops, so you know. And we have a decent amount of money anyways, so. Judgment, certainly interesting to me. Crack them open. Okay, that was weird. Found a bug apparently. Okay, this is tricky. May have to spend a few bombs here. I don't want to kill Judgment. I want to open the tinted rock though. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Give me something. Judgment. Back to full health, that's nice. Okay, health up. Totally welcome. It's basically 3 spirit hearts. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Can't complain about it. Well, this room is ridiculous. Not particularly hard, I guess, but very, very scary. But also a little bit laggy. Or framey, I suppose, is more appropriate. I'm glad they opened that up for me. I don't really like this room very much. Not actually doing the room, but having to travel through it I find kind of annoying. Liberty Cap does not really appeal to me. It's a little bit late for the ladder to be useful, but we're gonna take it anyway. Because, I don't know, might find something that justifies it in the next floor or two. It won't be useful at all in the womb, which is why I say that. If you find it on the caves or in the basement, it's probably going to pay for itself. But in this late, it may or may not. You really can't say. Wow. All dropped at the same time. Interesting. Again, gonna keep popping these open. Guppies. or not Guppy's head, Tammy's head. Does that. Pretty interesting item. Don't necessarily want it though. Would prefer to keep Guppy's paw on hand for now. The reason I don't convert them to soul hearts right now, for one, don't have polar invincibility, which is the main reason to convert them in the first place. For two, I would like to be able to buy double deals and stuff if the option comes up, or use blood donation machines or demon beggars. And if I convert them, I'm not necessarily going to be able to do that. So range up, probably the last one we need, I would guess. Yeah, we got full horizontal clearance now, so additional range ups are going to be less useful, let's say. Very nice to have full range capabilities as Cain though. Kind of rare. Almost certainly need a range up build to make that happen in the rotation. And I'm glad we got one, because I enjoy having that ability to shoot from all the way across the screen on either side. And we definitely have that ability now, so 2 bombs, courtesy of the ladder. Apparently I went the wrong way somehow, which is interesting. Okay, that was really bad damage to take. I mean, damage, you know, pretty rare for it to be good to take. And a soul heart, again, fairly much courtesy of the ladder. This room being made a lot less terrifying, courtesy of the ladder. Starting to sound like a salesman, I know. Yeah, well, there was no excuse to take damage on this room. This run has been fairly generous, I would say, on items, but the play has been unideal, which is a common problem in my videos. I'm sure you've noticed. You watch it a lot. Loki's not the most challenging boss in the world, but I did have to do a fairly intricate dodge there, which is unusual for Loki. Loki is probably the easiest boss I could ask for in the Necropolis, and then I take damage. So I don't know what's going on here, but I am taking red heart damage, so probably not going to see a double room here. Unfortunately, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm playing really badly. This is silly. There's no real excuse to ever take damage on Loki. He's quite easy, and I realize I sound like an idiot saying that, considering what's going down here, but I don't really want to take that. Kinda just want to move on. Yeah, that was embarrassing. Shit just went to hell real fast. It's just not really a good excuse for taking damage against Loki. A lot of money. It's very welcomed. Love to see an arcade on the next floor, because we could make very good use of that. Because for one, we can't lose fortune tellers, so that's neat. Can get a nice stack of soul hearts that way. Don't want to take a shadow speed up. So there's an arcade, there's a cursed room, there's a mini boss, so we can go to the shop without fear. Might as well go to the item room first. Okay. So no excuse to take damage on this room. Okay, got rid of the bomb flies. Got a... Oh my god, I took the worst damage. The worst damage twice over. We could die, unfortunately. Got a damage up though, so that's nice. Actually, we won't die as long as I remember to pop this, but that is really silly. I went through that room so well. You know, I mean, it wasn't a hard room or anything, but I got through it just fine, and then I took the silliest damage, and I took it twice. And it was so pointless to take as well. There's no real excuse I have for that, to be honest. I don't like this room at all. I don't like these rooms where the game basically expects you to have flying or to take damage. I think it's kind of not great game design, personally. I'm gonna grab this safety cap. It gives me 10% extra chance to find pills, which is pretty cool. Yep. More damage to take. This is not one of those rooms. I'm just kind of playing badly today, it seems. Maybe I should have done some warm-ups. I don't know. That would have been a separate episode though, so I record all of my Isaac gameplay now because I don't really see a reason not to. Alright. This is weird. It's night. Okay. We're in troubling circumstances. Again, I need to not fret too much because we do still have Guppy's paw hanging on to us. Or, you know, that doesn't really make sense when I say it that way, but so there's a mini boss up. What the hell? That was like the greatest Mr. Moss shot I've ever seen. Just like lunged his head all the way across the room. I mean, I would complain about that damage, but it was a fairly impressive shot, I have to say. So in here we got Super Envy, so I kind of wish I hadn't come in here. Can't bomb out of mini boss rooms though. Chance we'll get an attack fly, which would make it worth it. But it will be somewhat tricky. Not too bad because we have fairly good damage. Especially with Blood of the Martyr on our side. Things are going to get real crazy though. But we are chewing through the smallest form quite quickly, so they can't really get stacked up against us too badly, it seems. Don't really like that corner too much. Super Envy can be a real dick if you don't have good damage, but we have fairly good damage, so you know. Yeah, well, still take damage. Attack Fly, that's nice. Another Sun card. Interesting. I can't really use both, so we're gonna gamble a little bit with this. Nothing else, we're gonna use it to open the cursed room, probably. Okay, Chup may end up having to pop it on this room. I would rather pop this secondary Sun card than use a charge of Guppy's Paw at this point. So we'll do that if we have to, but hopefully we don't. I'm doing okay. This Chub is a little bit slower than normal Chubs, so I have plenty of time to get out of the way. When he gave us a Spirit Heart, don't want to pick it up just yet. Could take damage on this room. Very possible. Kind of likely even. Yeah, so let's just pop that Sun card. Get this done. Okay, these dickholes are still firing. Found the secret room. I'd rather spin bombs on it than take damage. So that is what is gonna happen. I apologize, I'm having a couple allergies issues for some reason. 9 cents, okay. Don't really need more money, but can't complain either. In the arcade we have Fortune Teller Machine, hooray! So we can get some soul hearts racked up, hopefully. And we have about a 50% chance of winning this skull game. Oh Jesus, game! Why you always got to do that to me? This gets old. Okay, well that was the fastest trip ever. Gotta go pick up the Sun card. I'm glad we got Skatol, but I'm kind of it's kind of unfortunate that the Fortune Teller blew up so quickly, because I really could have used some of those soul hearts. You know, it's not particularly unlikely that we'll find another one someday, but at the same time, I would have loved to play it some more. It's a nice, useful thing going on in here. I like this room. They just want to give me that room a few more times. I'll be happy with that. This room should be doable. Attack Fly does fairly good damage. Does not block incoming shots. It's not an orbital at all. So we're gonna go to the shop first. This room should be doable without taking damage. Have to be careful about saying that because I kind of jinxed myself a little. Open this up, and in here we find pill. Range up. Okay, I think we have 2 range up pills in the rotation, which is unfortunate. Yeah, so Skatol is going to make it so all flies are basically harmless. In bomb flies, in the bullet bomb flies, whatever you want to call them, they move much slower. They still explode, but much less dangerous overall. Gonna buy the map, gonna buy the pill, balls of steel. Cool. So now we have compass map, which is a great combination. I'm pretty happy with this run. We don't have a way to teleport out of the mom fight to check and see if there's devil room in there, so we're not gonna have that possibility, unfortunately. Could go play. This might actually be a good idea. But I could go play the blood donation machine until I get down to half a heart, or get the blood bag or something, because we are probably gonna take, we are definitely gonna take the Polaroid, I should say, and therefore we will want to use Guppy's paw. So interesting situation that is. Blow this thing up. Pretty fly, actually pretty useful because it's a second orbital, so we'll block even more shots. Pretty flies are the weakest type of orbital. Every orbital is basically equivalent as far as blocking shots is concerned, except for Guardian Angel, which doubles the speed that your orbitals move at. But yeah, they're basically equivalent, except for Guardian Angel. But Pretty Fly is the weakest because it only does contact damage to fly type enemies. So yeah, you know, fun fact of the day. The money here is nice, but not necessarily super useful. Mostly just doing it for the chance to get a blood bag, which is not a ridiculously low chance, just not a super great one either. And I could be crazy efficient about this and do some backtracking, but I don't really think that's a great idea. I could take the, I could use the sun card. Actually, we have a lot of hearts lying around, so maybe it is a good idea. What am I talking about? I mean, if we can get another 3 soul hearts out because we pick up the plug bag, that means it's basically worth it. So, you know. The question is, do we want to use the sun? Because we don't really need the world effect. The damage effect really is nothing to call home about. So mostly just want the full health effect. We're not necessarily going to want that going forwards, because we're going to turn all of our health into spirit hearts. So this may be a good situation to use the Sun card in. As weird as it sounds, it may actually not be a terrible idea. And it will be fine against Mom, because you can always Guppy's heart if I need to. And just clug through this, and I guess we are going to use the Sun card. It seems strange, I know, but I think it's a decent decision. Again, there's a chance we'll get the IV bag, but I mean, there's a chance we'll get nothing as well, which is unfortunate, but it just how it goes sometimes. It looks like we aren't going to get anything. I could play some soul hearts, but I think that is a bad idea. I'm actually just starting to get a small accumulation of soul hearts, so spending them seems kind of silly. I should go ahead and convert these, I think, but there's no real point until I at least have the Polaroid. So we will wait on that. I mean, it really doesn't benefit me. I can always convert them if I get low on soul hearts and I'm worried about dying, but I honestly not too concerned about that coming from Mom. Did find another blood donation machine, but that's not really useful. Okay, let's go fight Mom. Be fighting Red Mom, so we gotta be kinda on the run here. Can't be lazy against Red Mom. She's very fast. Probably overall easier than other versions of Mom. But if you're not paying attention, it's a big pain in the ass because she stomps very quickly. Okay, we are losing a very ridiculous amount of health very, very quickly. So may end up having to use. Yeah, she is shooting me in like the least convenient way possible. I don't want to sound down about it, but it's kind of bad luck. Alright, now we're in a good rotation. And then it stopped. So that went badly. I mean, we lived, but could have gone much better. No real need to pick up that half heart. I mean, guess no reason not to either, but whatever. I should probably go ahead and use Guppy's paw. We did get a health up, so that's another 3 spirit hearts, which is cool. What's this? Magician. We got Curse of Darkness, unfortunately. Magician will give us Homing Tears for Room. Let's go ahead and pop this. I'm gonna get down to 1 heart. Guppy's tail. Okay. And we know the secret room is right here to the right. Which is nice. 3 cents. Not really what I was hoping for. Guppy's tail will give us many more chests. Which is cool because we have tons of keys. Oh, you know, 96 keys even. Alright, let us try to get through this room. Got the explosive leech down, kamikaze leech if you prefer. So it shouldn't be a big deal. Main goal here is to shoot the eye. It's not going to be the easiest thing in the world. There we go. Not as hard as I made it out to be, I suppose. Mostly just want to find the boss room, which we very luckily did. Okay, this room's pretty scary. Wouldn't be too hard, but those grimaces, you know. There's the Polaroid invincibility in action. No need to sacrifice that last heart just yet, because it's at a half mark, so we will get the invincibility anyway, so I might as well save it in case we can use it on Devil Room, as unlikely as that may be. Could happen right here. This is the last place it could happen, actually, unless we get a Joker card later on, which is not impossible. Had it happen a few times on the Cathedral. So, got Polar Invincibility here, so I'm just going to go kind of aggressive, try to finish this up. Don't want to touch that. Do want to touch this. It's another 3 soul hearts, so that was pretty cool. Probably the best thing I could have asked for. Tempting to go to that cursed room because fairly close to it. And if it's another Guppy item, we could be in a very good position. Basically. Because we would turn into Guppy. It's unlikely it'll be a Guppy item, but if it is, you know, that's pretty cool. And this is just a womb, so it shouldn't be too hard. This may actually end up being the hardest room, as silly as that is. Just because Envy is a huge asshole. Yep, just keep taking damage. Yeah, and that Polar Invincibility helping us out a lot. But still, taking damage is not ideal. I don't want to pick up the half hearts. I guess we can go ahead and consume this. Yeah. No reason not to. Really. Okay, that was bad damage. Does mean I can get a little bit aggressive. These cysts want to pop up. 5 cents, okay. And here we find Guppy's head. Oh my god. We are Guppy and out. We're mines. So this gives us flying, and every single time we shoot, we summon a blue attack fly that does twice our base damage. So it basically tripled our damage and gave us flying. So that's pretty neat. Yeah. I love getting Guppy mode. It's fairly rare. But if you can make that shit happen, it's well worth it. Alright. Now we just have to try and survive. I should be taking less damage now. There's not really a great excuse to take damage in this room because I'm doing pretty silly damage. So, you know. Temperance summons a blood bank. I guess the Magician is slightly more useful. I mean, it's not a huge deal. I guess I'll pick up a speed upgrade. Doesn't matter a huge amount. Kinda wish I had Spectral Tears. It's not a humongous problem. I'm a little bit worried about this fight. Not too much though. I suspect it will be fairly easy. Yeah, we're doing a ton of damage, so, you know. Yeah, we have fairly good base damage. These attack flies get to do a lot as well. And tears is a great thing to have. Max tear rate, very, very good to have in this situation. Not always ideal. But, oh my god, I hate knights. You see that shit? I really dislike the new AI, if you want to call it new. It's not really new anymore, I guess. Oh, it's just so random. Let's go to the Cathedral. We are somewhat low on health, so we need to be kind of aware of that, I guess. And here we find 3 cents. Kind of becoming a running gag here, I suppose. Totally empty room, you know, that's cool. In theory, we should be able to get through this room without a huge issue. Yeah. vastly underestimating the amount of damage we're doing. Just like in feeling and positioning, I keep underestimating the amount of damage we're doing. So money, not really relevant, but that soul heart is pretty cool. I suspect we'll get through Isaac. The question is Blue Baby. And we'll just have to see, I guess. Wish I had another Flirty Fly. That would be nice. But, you know, can't have them all, I guess. I mean, I think we can get through Isaac on sheer brute force, but are we going to have enough health left to get through Blue Baby as well? And the chest, which is arguably a bigger problem than Blue Baby. Debatable. We'll see though. We're doing a ton of damage, as you can see. Only taking 1 point of damage, which is nice. Babies should not be a big deal as long as I can get a couple shots on them and get the flies to go towards them. Now that he's not doing retaliatory strikes, that is very helpful, because again, we have crazy tier rates, so lots of retaliatory strikes, which is the main reason I want another Pretty Fly. So we're gonna make it to the chest. We have enough health to defeat Blue Baby if we can make it to him quickly. We do have a shortcut to him, potentially. 2 spacebar items. 2 passives. I don't really care for these 2 passives, but I'm gonna pick them up anyways. Portable slot, I could do something interesting with that. Probably won't though, because we don't really have enough sustainability to make it worth it. Please don't be greed. Well, just normal greed. Probably worth it to skip several rooms. Can I just bomb right here? I hope so. I guess I'll pick this up. Okay, I can't bomb right there. Can I bomb out of this room at all? Can I leave the room? Come back? Bomb again? I don't really mind spending all my bombs to do this, because I don't really need them. I only used 1 bomb in the entire... Okay. I guess it just counts as a mini-boss room. So there's not much we can do. That was an unfortunate waste of time. Pink Widow summons those flies, which do nothing, because we have Skull, so that's nice. Pretty good room for us, honestly. Hopefully it's the rest of the rooms. I'll be right back. And we're back. Sorry about that. This room should not be too bad. I want to take out Pestilence first and then deal with Death. Not sure if that's the best order here, but it's the order we did, so you know. I would prefer if he stopped summoning so many sites, because it's getting a little silly. Not undealable though. It's not a huge deal. That's basically what I meant by undealable. So, somewhat redundant, I suppose. Alright, I never know if I'm going to take damage on this room. You would think you would not take damage on this room. I mean, you would hope so anyways. Splunger hat, okay, whatever. Yeah, you would hope you would not take damage on that spider room, but you fucking never know, apparently. People who have watched the entirety of the series may know what I'm talking about. Okay. Pestilence War, not too bad, and we should have enough health here to get through Blue Baby. As long as we play relatively well, might as well pop the Magician. Can't really think of a reason not to. Alright, got a little bit of invulnerability, so just run in there to make things a little bit easier. Okay, well, that was probably a good reason not to pop homing shots, but it's not a humongous deal, is it? I'm pretty sure I could just brute force through this fight with the amount of time we have left to go here. Yep. Alright. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. We have won. Well, as soon as I kill this last baby. We have won another one, surprisingly to me. Probably to you as well. I could reroll this fight, try to do it again. That could be fun. I don't think I'm going to do that though. I'm sure it's doable. Probably wouldn't even be that hard, but at the same time, this video is getting fairly long anywho, and I want to just go ahead and end it. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry if I got a little negative at times. Certainly things turned around quite a bit towards the end there, I would have to say. Not that they were ever really bad. We did not really have what I would call bad luck in that run at all. We had quite good luck. Biggest problem was play. And That's oftentimes a problem. It's one thing I'd like to improve, but it's not a thing I can just improve overnight either, so it's a little bit of a tricky situation. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like. It helps me out a lot.